which are the main data and trends about public transport and shared mobility here in Palermo?
So I wanted to share with you this data because we went on an event made by the municipality of Palermo to know the citizens' view about the mobility, which was the urban mobility plan. So the hot topic of the moment is the road system, but the second one is public transport, and in third place the sustainable mobility. And also they share with us some moods about that people have regarding mobility. So a lot of words like fear, distrust about the possibility of making these alternatives of sustainable mobility, and also some negative comments, of course, they were made about the malfunctioning of the public buses and trains, the delays, also like the difficulties for people with disability to access all these services.
Yeah, I think it's quite a challenging topic here in Palermo, talking about sustainable mobility, and also that taking into account the perception of citizens which live in Palermo is fundamental. But at the same time, I also read about some interesting articles, for example, about the introduction of an app, which has the aim to promote real-time schedules for public transport, and surely, it could be a great opportunity for citizens to know more about public transport. And on the other side, it's also really interesting because it will allow the use of smart buses, so new technology will be implemented in our cities.
So we can say that efforts are being made for encouraging people to use public transport.
Yes, of course. Notwithstanding this promotion of public transport, I think that the use of private car in Palermo is still a huge problem, and it also has many negative impacts. I don't know if you have something in mind about it.
So of course we cannot deny the effects that the excessive use of private cars have in our city, especially the air quality because of the emission, and also noise pollution, which is a major issue related to health diseases like sleep disruption, hearing loss, but also strokes and vascular dysfunction. So yeah, it's a major topic actually.
I agree with you. These effects are particularly worrying if we think about the health concerns. But on the other side, I also think that there are another category or dimension of problem that is more related to the collective dimension of the use of private car. For example, it came to my mind the accidents, or for example, the congestion, or also the use and the occupation of land by private cars.
Now, of course, it's a major issue, but as I was saying, like, if we don't have the alternative of public transport because it's not working well, what can we do? What are the alternatives? So, taking all these consequences into consideration, like the individual health issues, but also the collective issues, I wonder, what are the alternatives that we have to use when public transport is not efficient enough?
So we have shared mobility, for example, and shared mobility is characterized by sharing a vehicle, not owning it, and it's also characterized by the use of technology which connect providers and users. So which are, according to you, the main benefits of shared mobility?
So the first thing that came to my mind was actually the environmental benefits. So I'm thinking you're reducing the number of cars that are on the streets, right? So you're reducing the emissions. Also, I thought about money. I mean, if you don't own your own car, then you don't pay the maintenance. Sometimes you don't even pay the gas. So for me, it's like a win-win, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think that we also have to take into consideration that reducing car, we are reducing the parking areas correlated. And according to a study of the MIT, reducing private cars, and introducing car sharing services, for example, have a positive impact on the production of a public space that is not so related with cars. So citizens can in some way return to belong to their spaces without the cars and without the parking areas.
So actually, taking into account all these benefits, it's a pretty great alternative to reduce the emissions of private cars and also for citizens to take back the public space. So I think it's a great alternative to keep fighting the effects of climate change.
Yeah, I agree. And as I was saying before, public transport modes and shared mobility modes are two different alternatives, but on the other side, they also complement each other. So we must think about a planning that both contain the one and the other aspect of mobility.
So thank you, Marga, for this quick chat, and thank all of you for listening to us.
And if you want to know more about Greenmobility project, please follow us on our Instagram and Facebook page.
And if you want to know more about us, our Land Social Enterprise, also make sure to follow the webpage and our social media. And thank you all for today, and see you on the next episode.
Thanks.